Thank you very much for joining me on this Thursday. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Two spots I'm watching and increasing seas. I want to get to that as well in some specific country by country forecasts for you down to the city. I'm going to cover that all in this video. Now, here are the two spots I'm watching. Right now, I'm not seeing the development of a storm out of this, like a tropical depression or tropical storm. That's some of the good news, but I'm about to show you these two spots and how they really flare up, especially this one in the Gulf of Mexico is going to flare up very quickly just over the next few hours. I'll show you that. And of course, we already have some of the rain and storms here. We had reports of some heavier rain earlier back through Grenada. We're going to dive into that. Now, let me get you closer here. Here's the tropical satellite. Look at these blobs of rain we're seeing here. And you see how some of this is streaming up to the north, even over here by Belize. And I'll get to Belize in a second further. Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, just what we talked about the last few days. This moisture feeding from the southern Caribbean and starting to stretch up to the north. So again, feeding back toward parts of Belize. You see Belize right there. Here's the Gulf of Mexico. And what's happening is we've had all this moisture down to the south. We've got a front up here. Now this is being drawn up. And look at the Cayman Islands. Jamaica, flare up of some cloud cover nearby. We'll see the increased chance of storms. And I'm going to take you right down into Jamaica ahead. But look at this. You see not a lot right now. When I show you the computer model, remember this spot because this is really going to be flaring up Bay of Campeche and the rest of the Gulf of Mexico. All right, swinging back toward the eastern Caribbean. This is where we've seen some activity back through Suriname, Guyana, northern Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent of the Grenadines, Grenada, even near St. Lucia. We've had some more in the way of some scattered showers and storms. So I'm going to be monitoring that, and let's get into that now and expand it out. Remember I just said that spot that I'm watching? This is just later today at 4 o'clock right through here. Look at all this rain building up in the Gulf. We're going to see moisture feeding in from the south, getting caught up into a tail or kind of the leftovers of a front, and that is all going to develop over here, not necessarily into a tropical storm though, and then watching this moisture down here, plus over here, this moisture that continues to feed in into the eastern Caribbean. So we're still waiting on that dry season. It is definitely not here yet in most spots. If anything, as expected, the end of the week, even wetter. So watching the Gulf, watching this, and you see this building here. Look at Belize. Look at some of the rain and storms. This is tomorrow afternoon starting to increase. And again, a higher chance of rain, mainly over the water here, but this is going to feed to the north over toward parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. That's going to feed in here. Colombia tomorrow afternoon, seeing the rain, both the islands and then back toward the mainland. And then you see some of the rain and storms scattered about anywhere from Puerto Rico back through St. Kitts and Nevis. This is Saturday, late on Saturday. There's the rain I was just talking about, feeding to the north there. Look at the Cayman Islands. Better chance of rain swinging back toward Mexico and Belize. And then this pocket here, this is still the area there could be a system trying to develop sometime next week. But look at the potential of flood and rain. We could see over 125 millimeters of rain in parts of Nicaragua, and then some of this rain here feeding back toward Florida, and still very active. This is by Sunday afternoon. Belize seeing rain, Mexico, parts of Cuba, Jamaica seeing some of the rain and storms, Dominica, Guadeloupe, Barbados, St. Lucia, for example, more in the way of scattered showers and storms. Same thing for the Virgin Islands. But what an active picture we're going to see as we get into the weekend. And the next week, I'm going to monitor just to see if anything does try to spin up. But again, no signs of that now, but watching those areas of flooding. So as promised, taking you into a closer look, and I'll be taking you around to different spots across the Caribbean, Central America. Here's Belize. Now, here's the thing. Today, about a 50% chance of rain and storms. But in Belize, Ladyville, back through Belize City, we're going to see a 70% chance of rain down through Hopkins tomorrow. So point being, the rain chance is going to be getting higher in Belize tomorrow and through the weekend. My friends in Jamaica, winds will be out of the southeast at about 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers an hour, about 30 degrees Celsius, 87 Fahrenheit, so it is going to be hot, but that rain chance is going to be around scattered rain and storms as we go over the next few days, a 60% chance today and a 60% chance tomorrow. So we could see some isolated flooding as we work our way back toward Jamaica. Every island matters, small and large, so as we get back through Trinidad and Tobago, you see here today's rain chance 60%, but tomorrow a 70% chance of rain and storms. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at about 32 kilometers an hour. So it is going to be breezy. So several spots seeing the rain and the storms. Now, I mentioned the seas overall and how they're going to build. Look at the focus here, that big blob that's going to develop in the Gulf that I'll keep an eye on for us. This is tomorrow and Saturday. This is in feet here, and this is upwards of 9 to even 10 feet. The scale's up here. So that's about 3 meters, or just a little bit more than 3 meters. So heads up, any action for our captains, mariners out here. Higher seas, Bay of Campeche, and then lifting up to the north, and still kind of active as we get back, as we get across the Caribbean, because again, we have so much in the way of rain and storm. So keeping an eye on this angle as well. So we've got those 2 blobs. Tomorrow I'm going to dive into those further for us, watch them, and I'm going to watch this area to see if there's any signs of development. And I want to take you through the rest of the hurricane season, what we could expect, if there's going to be another named storm or 2 out there. I want to break it down, kind of a longer term outlook. I'll do that in tomorrow's video. Until then, keep me posted in the comments in case you get any of the rain and storms. Let me know what's going on where you are, and I hope you have a great day ahead.